These are the tales of the Dungeon Mistress Chronicles.
You are in the basement of Festandia's mansion. You went through most of the doorways at this point. Leading the way down the hall is Luther. And so far, every room that you've went in down here has had something in it, to the point where I believe you're quite convinced that the hole downstairs is the menagerie. As you bring your boot up and it collides with the door, you hear a buzzing, the sound of flies, and there's a little bit of a tremor that sounds kind of like it could be alchemical. Roll me a dex save, Luther.
It's fine, I just rolled a 19. No big deal.
Are you stand up for that?
You know, I was holding my dog. That's the next step up.
All right. You kick the door open. It does open. A bunch of flies swarm out around you, and there is a big ol' alchemical explosion that you dodge out of the way, and it is so impactful that it actually blows the door off the hinges and out into the hallway. And with it comes this kind of plume of alchemical smoke. This door was rigged to blow.
Well, it is good we sent our most capable.
Or our most expendable, one of the two.
That was a very, very good quip. But I am still standing. Let us go. Come. It is time to get our chemical.
You smell on the other side astringent chemicals. There's two long wooden tables the length of the room. Nothing in here seems to be damaged. This was a trap to hit the door, to very much impact something coming in but not ruin the room. Across the long tables, there are vials, beakers, flasks. None of it looks like it's a finished concoction, but just kind of like it was left in this half-done state. There's powders. There are books kind of stacked up on the tables between glassware and chemicals. There are some kind of yellowed paper charts, and the walls are covered in these blackboards that have what look like very complex formulas for alchemical concoctions.
Wow, this is fantastic.
This looks like a lab.
Yes, it's safe for you to come in, Milo. There are no chairs in here.
Thank you, Pyra. I do appreciate you looking out for me at every door. Milo is fascinated and is instantly just walking around all the tables, inspecting everything.
Anything here look drinkable?
Milo, roll me an investigation check. Luther, roll me an arcana check. When Luther says drinkable, does he mean like alcohol, poison, potion, just liquid?
Just something that just looks interesting to ingest.
All of the above. Okay. You're not sure. Honestly, to Luther, they all look kind of boring, but also could possibly, make him humongous. Or maybe if he drank it, he could crawl on the ceiling. And these are the thoughts that are kind of running through Luther's head as he thinks about just trying one of them off the table.
Okay. He's gonna look around, make sure Milo's not looking, and he's gonna try one.
Roll me a perception check as Milo is poking around at the other table.
Should we do the same, Yvonne and I?
Yeah, I definitely want to poke around.
Yeah, go ahead and what are you looking for? Milo's looking for anything interesting.
Yvie wants to look at the blackboards and see if she recognizes what's written on it.
Okay, roll me a history check. What about you for Pyra?
Honestly, as soon as Pyra walked in and saw what was in here, she was very bored instantly. She just walked through the room and is standing at the table, just kind of looking around and watching everybody else walk around.
Milo is busy investigating something, so Luther, with your 10 perception check, when you look around, he's not paying attention to you. Pyra is, if you care about that, she is watching everybody. Yvie is enveloped in the blackboard, so the only person really giving you half a mind is Pyra.
He does not feel that she is concerned about his well-being, so he doesn't feel threatened in this moment. So he's gonna just go ahead and find something that looks fun and yes, this. I'm sure this will increase my strength or virility.
Are you sure?
Yes, of course.
You found 2 identical potions, and you have drank one of them.
Well, if it does that, I might as well drink the other one.
Yes. This is a very good idea. Pyra, come here.
Murray, roll me 2d4. Are you drinking the other one, Pyra?
I'm kind of watching him first to see if anything weird happens to him.
Luther, you have this little surge go through your body, kind of like jittery, like you just had a full pot of coffee, and you receive 4 healing. You just drink a healing potion.
Is he aware that he just drank a healing potion after consuming it?
Yeah, it has the same kind of feeling as when you feel the healing magic go through you. You're able to kind of just like, whoo, and you feel better.
That was a healing potion. Very good. If this is identical, we can assume that this has a similar effect.
Wait, so this doesn't give strength or virility?
No, it seems I have entirely too much. I am already at maximum capacity for both, so I've been healed instead.
Did you say virility?
Oh, perhaps I meant vitality, but I believe all 3 might extend to me. Eyebrow, big dumb smile.
What's the difference?
Oh, you poor sweet summer child.
What?
It is the reason why you could speak to a unicorn and we could not.
Oh.
What does Yvie see on these blackboards?
I gotta do Milo first. Hang on. Milo! As you look around these tables, kind of poking around and looking at things, one of the biggest things that you see is that there is a big book propped up against one of the large beakers, and it has the letter B on its spine. And the cover is Mordenkainen's face. You have found the letter B.
Yes, I found one. There's one of the books here. Yes, okay. Now we just have a few left. This one is B.
Yvie, looking at the blackboards. This is going to be, so you got a 19 on history, Yvie, and you got a 17 on investigation, Milo. Milo, when you're looking at the tables, you also see bits and pieces that look like they go to make something, to put something together. And while you're hemming and hawing over that and trying to figure out kind of what it is, Yvie, you're looking at the blackboards, you see the formulas, you see the concoctions, the mixtures on the tables, you see all these little symbols and sigils, and you remember from one of the books you read back in school that these looks like a rudimentary formula for creating a homunculi.
Oh. This is where the homunculi were created. This is the formula for it.
Perhaps you should try to make one.
Oh, yes, I would love to have one of those around.
Maybe with much study of this formula. Right now, it is beyond me.
Milo is not really listening to this conversation. He's fascinated with the puzzle pieces that he has found on the table and is, without touching anything, except the book, obviously, but without touching any of the pieces on the table, he's sort of like mentally turning them around in his head to see if he can figure out which way they go.
I'm going to say with a 17, you figure out pretty quickly that these are all the different bits and pieces and body parts that if you were able to figure out the formula for a homunculus, these would kind of mold into one. They're all made out of different pieces of clay. The other thing that you notice on these tables is that along with trying to make homunculus, there are a bunch of scorch marks and acid burns that look like there were probably some failures here. And a couple of the books that are just kind of sprawled across the table there. It looks like they were trying to turn various odds and ends in this laboratory into gold. Some very failed transmutation processes.
Yvie, come look at this. There are pots here made out of clay. And at this point, having deduced that they're probably not dangerous on their own, Milo will start picking up the clay pieces and sort of molding them into a shape that he thinks fits together. Do you see this? It's like a little person. There's arms and a head and legs and body. And I believe this could possibly have been a workstation for one of the wizards who lived here, creating a homunculus.
Ah, oui, that goes with what is written on the blackboard. These are the ingredients? That is what you're saying?
As a wizard, Yvie, you would know that this is like a 6th level spell.
This is way beyond what I have studied, but one day when I can cast a spell that is very, very high level, maybe?
Can you try anyway?
Oh,
It doesn't work like that, Luther.
If you believe the way that I believe in you, I'm sure that you dig deep down. You will be able to create this, what did you call it, a hocus pocus?
Homunculi.
That thing.
She'll open up her hands and she'll cast prestidigitation so that like a little clay figurine looking thing sits there.
There is no level of magic that Yvonne cannot cast. Truly an archmage before us.
Henri, and don't you ever forget it.
Of course, archmage.
Keep you in your place.
Thank you. Thank you for your mercy.
That is right. Did you say you found another book, Milo?
yes. This one has a bee. And he'll show it to her.
Ah, B. Can she walk up to the blackboard? Is there chalk or anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's not a lot of space, but there's chalk.
I would be remiss to erase any of this. But we have enough letters. We could force the password, I do believe. I'm quite good at word games.
Why don't you just write it out on the table? It is chalk.
I could give it a try. The material is a little bit different. Just gonna try the table.
Oh, I do it all the time. It still works.
With chalk?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I'm not the best with word games like this, but we'll try. So far we got the letters R, E, Y, I, and B.
Ah, oui. For the letters that we do not have, we're guessing there's 2 more, right? Let's put X there. X and X. Letters follow rules. Some of them blend together, like P and L, pl, or B and A, brr. I think that these are likely to go at the very front of the word.
That's right. No, I see what you mean. That's quite smart. Yes, I hadn't really thought of that. I see my approach would have been to just sort of throw each letter into each position and just try it out and try every permutation. That's quite mathematically not very good idea.
That will take way too long. Way too long. You have to think of how the letters work together. So B and R likely to be at the front. Next, we need a vowel. We have 2, possibly 3 if you count Y. We could put I next or E.
I would like to take A for 500, please.
We could try A as one of the letters instead of X, if you would like.
Hmm.
She's rearranging these letters.
Yes, it has as likely of a chance to be A as any other letter. Why not?
Pyra, where are you going, Pyra? We're trying to find out the exit, but
Everyone's talking about organizing. Everyone's talking about organizing letters and like maybe we do this and X goes here and she's completely lost all interest. There's nowhere to sit in here. There's nothing to look at. Like she downed that one drink and was like felt good for a minute and is now like, well, now what am I supposed to do? I don't want to sit here and do puzzle games. I'm gonna go try and find one of those books, I guess. But she's just kind of standing at the door looking around like, what should I do?
So you did drink the other potion?
Yes.
Oh, roll me 2d4, please.
Oh, okay. 6.
Wonderful. So that's 8 hit points. You also feel that nice tingle of energy bzzz through your body as you heal back up to full.
Those 2 hit points I was missing. Hooray!
Yeah, you both drank 100 gold worth of healing potions. Good job. Sorry, continue, Luther.
Pyra, before you go,
What?
if it is something you are looking forward to, while these two figure out the greater machinations that is this puzzle, there is something yet to be established. Who amongst us is the most physically formidable? And Luther will reach over the table and smash a bunch of things off of the side of it, like just drag everything off of the top and clear out the table and slam an arm down. A test of strength. I challenge you.
I mean,
As you knock that stuff out of the way, are you essentially knocking away all the beakers and bottles and things in front of you?
Yeah, it's in my way.
Okay. All right. As you challenge Pyra to an arm wrestling competition, before you can really get any more words out, I'm gonna need a con save from everybody in the room. As this like green billowing smoke starts to come up from around Luther. As you hear a and everything is just breaking into tiny little glass pieces over there.
oh dear. Oh no. Oh no.
5 for Milo.
Yvie got a 7.
Wait, I'm trying to see if I've got a heroic.
You do have a heroic now if you didn't.
I do have a heroic. Okay, I'm rolling over time. Okay, much better. That is a 22 con save.
Okay. Pyra, you watch as everybody else in the room passes out.
Oh my goodness.
It's kind of like a flashbang, and it dissipates. And you're close enough to the door you don't get hit, and it all just kind of flutters away. But all 3 of them are just laying there, passed out.
Oh, what on earth? And she's gonna run over first to Yvie to make sure she's okay. And is just like checking vitals.
Yeah, roll me a medicine check.
Okay. Uh-oh. Yep, that's definitely a -1. That's a 3.
You can tell she's breathing.
Okay, yay! I'll look at Milo too.
Passive perception plus a 3 is going to tell you that he's breathing as well.
Okay. Okay, and Luther?
Also breathing. He does have a shard of glass sticking out of the side of his armor, but doesn't seem to have actually penetrated. He just kind of fell on it.
I'm not good at that sort of thing. I remember you're not supposed to remove something out of... Anyway, excuse me. There's only one way I know how to do that. And she's going to take her fan and is going to hit Luther over the head with it in an attempt to wake him up.
Luther, you wake up kind of like coughing and spewing. It's still kind of in your nose and mouth and airways as she hits you in the face with her fan.
What the was that?
What was what? You messing up something and it blowing up in your face?
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Oh, wait, did I win?
No, you went down first, that's for sure. And I'm going to go over to Milo and try to hit him as well, but much less hard because he would fall over if I sneezed on him.
Milo, you also wake up coughing and sputtering.
Well, did I pass out again? Oh,
Blame your best friend Luther. He's the one who decided to push a whole bunch of stuff off of a table and it all exploded in your faces.
you did what now, Luther?
I created a neuro agent. I am pretty sure that makes me an alchemist.
I'm impressed, but also pissed off. What?
Yes, I
Come
know.
on.
My mind has always been my most dangerous asset. Remember this next time you cross me.
I was also going to tap Yvonne to try and get her to wake up.
How hard do you tap her?
This is more like when ladies have the vapors and you're just kind of patting them on the cheek. Like, come on, girl, come on.
It doesn't work.
Come along, dear. Oh, dear. She'll take out some of her perfume, remembering what Yvie did earlier with the cigarette and kind of like put it under her nose.
You wake up sputtering and...
What happened? I was solving a puzzle and
Talk to the dunderhead over there.
Luther, what did you do?
Well, if you require a recount of what took place, I was challenging Pyra to a test of strength, and then I pushed everything off of the table. It mixed, and then I remember talking to Lathander for a couple of moments.
So we pushed everything off and it exploded and all of you went down.
That was so stupid! How could you?
He has his hands behind his back, and his shoulders are a little low, and he looks like he's like, I'm in trouble, so I'm just gonna be yelled at. Yes, I'm sorry, Archmage. It will not happen again.
You are in so much trouble, and she pushes him.
Doesn't budge. Yes, Archmage, of course. My apologies.
You need to watch where you're going and what you are doing. You nearly took all of us out, yourself included.
Yes, of course, Archmage. It will not happen again.
No, it won't.
Luther, there's some glass in your chest. It looks like you might have fallen on it. Are you all right? Are you dying?
No. Funny enough, I believe I could survive with one lung. I will be fine.
Pyra is thoroughly enjoying Yvonne dressing down Luther. She's like that kid who got the other one in trouble. It's like,
Luther, as you look down at your intact lung, you see that the glass is just kind of pushed into your armor a little bit. It does look like you fell on it, but it didn't quite get to you.
I will perhaps remove these. I'll just kind of pinch it on both sides and just try to take it out.
Comes out pretty easy. It's not bloody.
Good. Well then. Seems we have all learned something together.
Yes, not to leave you unsupervised. That is what I have learned.
Yes, Archmage. I apologize. Instantly, just like as soon as he gets us to a high, Yvonne talks down to him and he just kind of falls right back down. Yes, of course.
You know, I was thinking, Luther, Pyra, before all of that happened, I think I remember you were getting bored. There is one more hidden room, or supposed to be. It's upstairs. Once you go upstairs, there's a door to the left of the stairs that we never tried. I think it might be in there. Would you be interested in seeing what it is? I don't know that it's a smart idea for us to split up in here, but I do know that Yvie and I were trying to solve this word puzzle.
well, at the very least, if we go back to the kitchen, I can get my feet rubbed and have some tea while you two try to solve this.
Yes, and then I will take care of the secret room.
Well, I wouldn't suggest you do it on your own. That sounds foolish.
No, if we're all going to the room, then we'll all go to the room. I just meant if you two wanted to work on this problem. Maybe somewhere where Luther doesn't do any more destruction.
It will only take but a moment. There are only so many letters that it could be. I tried to finish my thought. We got to BRE. We have two more letters that we do not know of. I and a Y. I think that the Y would go at the end of the word. So she puts the Y at the very end. So that leaves the I and two other letters that are unknown. There are only so many combinations that it could be. She writes all of the letters up on top of their little diagram so that they can see them as she works.
And let's also remember the first word was scepter. So perhaps we're looking for a word related in some way.
That was my initial thought too. I'd love to rearrange these letters, but I do think that the B and the R go together first. My next guess really is a consonant after the E and between the I. So BRE, consonant I, consonant Y. Thinking this, I think our word is brevity.
Does anything happen when she says the word brevity?
No.
Bad. Well, it was worth a shot.
It's a really good guess, though. I mean, you got much farther than I would have.
I keep trying. Maybe a different combination at the front. Or we can just keep looking.
Why don't we consider it while we move on?
Let's check out that missing room.
Very well. Let us go. I feel a little bit better. Like I had a nap. Come, Pyra.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Mads?
For whatever reason, I just imagined her like kind of playing golf with pieces of glass up against the wall.
Like with her great axe?
Yeah, just like.
Could not let these two get bored. Sure. 11 to 17 to 23, while you two had been talking during this, like, I want to say at this point between Luther and Pyra, for the most part, like, you're getting better at tuning them out and what they're doing when they're not really helping. Kind of like Luther throwing the books over his head and Pyra lighting the library on fire and, stuff like that. So you're not really surprised when she's over there. That is mostly the only sounds that you still hear down here as you head back out into the hallway and start to go upstairs. From the hallway down here, you do briefly hear kind of a still got a chance to let me out, you stupid fuckers.
Have fun in your eternity within those four walls, frog. Silly little demon.
Luther, I'm impressed at your ability to laugh at demons. I find it terrifying, personally.
No, they are small and weak. That is a Quasit, the lowest part of the totem pole when it comes to demons. They are to be laughed at, not taken seriously. Children's stories.
You don't think that if I kiss it, it will turn into a prince, do you? It's not that kind of frog.
No, it will bite your snout off, more than likely.
Oh.
Pyra, I would kiss you before I would let you do that.
Oh. But you wouldn't turn into a prince, potentially.
Not that I know of.
She is a wizard. I would not write it off the table, just saying.
She looks at Yvie with renewed interest, like, All right, well, where are we going? Wasn't there 2 more doors back down towards the library?
Pyra is in need of a foot rub. I suppose we could go back to the kitchen and
No.
discuss this. Okay. All right. Let's head upstairs then. I'm gotta admit, I'm intrigued by the prospect of a secret room. That was fun. That one was fun. I'm glad nobody got too hurt, and I'm glad we didn't let out a demon. That was good.
Demon. Could hardly be called such a thing.
We are going past that suit of armor, aren't we?
Yes.
Luther, you looked at it for a moment. Was there anything interesting about it?
It is finely made, but mostly decorational. Does not look like it would be much use.
Every part of it?
Well, the helmet was nice. There's a long sword with it as well that was well made.
Oh, this is interesting. If we take 10 minutes, I could cast a spell, ritual cast Identify. Maybe this is something worth taking.
Sure, if you believe it is beneficial.
Not a bad idea. And since we're here, Luther and Pyra, you could take a peek inside that door. Maybe there's nothing dangerous in there, and you can continue the investigation.
Very well. After you, princess. Bows his head a little bit.
Well, is there a way that I can listen for whatever tried to attack you before? That thing that exploded in your face? And she's gonna look at the door and see if she can tell if there's something like that on the door this time.
Yeah, roll me investigation.
It was a nat 20.
Okay. You are very sure as you look at this door and kind of give it a once over, Pyra. There are no traps, and it's unlocked, and you get a heroic inspiration.
Thank you for that reminder.
I'm gonna say, I know you used your other one.
Well, this looks like it's just fine. And she will put her hand on the door and open it carefully.
Another room with more long tables, and they are covered in glass vessels, but they are not like the ones that were in the other room full of chemicals. They're also not full of creatures. They appear to be empty. There are some cabinets along the walls that have glass doors, and they have all manner of little specimens, so little moths and bugs and things pinned to them. And kind of just below the ceiling, in the middle of the room, there are these colorful globes, and they are kind of circling with magic in this dance up above. And the far wall of the room from the door you came in is covered in a map of the night sky, and there is a golden sunburst in the center of the map above a closed door.
Luther, you are not allowed to come in here. Milo, this is most definitely your cup of tea.
Okay, coming. Milo will put down the piece of chalk that he's been writing letters on the floor with and come over to the door.
You notice that on the tables, there's kind of a clear liquid is what's in the jar. They're actually not completely empty. And there's rocks and some minerals and others, little tools for magnifying glasses and things kind of sitting around on the table. And you see more formulas as well, kind of scribbled down. But these formulas look different than the ones in the lab downstairs.
Okay.
That is what you notice with passives.
All right. As soon as Milo rounds the corner and sees this magnificent night sky ahead of him, he will say, "Pyra, you were brilliant," and run to inspect it.
Roll me investigation.
23.
Nice. Star map. It is constellations, most of which are represented by just little tiny flecks of a paintbrush, dots, very small circles. But on this star map, there are 5 big, bright stars, and they kind of look like they are silver suns.
Wow. Luther, what was that? What was the clue for here? It was,
At brightest points.
Thank you. Yes, the 5 brightest points. It must be these.
Yes.
Is it too high for Milo to touch them, like with his finger?
Yeah, they're quite a ways up on the wall. You don't get the feeling that you need to touch them. I'm going to say with a 23 investigation, it looks like something you're going to use somewhere else. Like this is the knowledge you would have found if you hadn't found that clue. I would have had to figure out the 5 stars by yourself.
Is the star map different than the one he's used to back in Faerun?
Absolutely. You are sure this is a different set of stars than anything in your material plane.
This is fascinating, but the thing is, this is wrong. Okay, it's maybe not wrong, but it's different. Luther, I don't suppose you spend much time looking at the night sky.
No. I usually close my eyes until the sun rises and touches my skin. The thunder lets me know that there's work to be done. Luther is going to, before Milo can respond or retort, lift him up onto his shoulders.
Look.
Now you can reach.
Okay, well, thank you. Milo will go and first just try to touch each of the, or at least one of the 5 stars.
It has that texture under it, like the wall itself is textured, but it is just paint on the wall. Somebody did a very good star map mural on this wall. It's talented work, but as far as you can tell, it is just art.
Much as I would love this to be different, it's not something I can take off the wall, or a button, I think, that I can push. So I think I'm good, Luther. Thank you. I appreciate the boost.
You don't wish to take it with you as a reminder of what you discovered today?
It's sort of painted on the wall. I don't think... I mean, I guess I could take the wall. That would be challenging, but
Let's rip the wall out. What is the problem?
Yes, I believe in you, Luther. You know what? This would make an excellent addition to my quarters back in Candlekeep. I would love this.
Okay, then it is simple. Get off, and he'll pull Milo off, and he's gonna take the edge of this like huge table and begin scooting it.
I'm not sure how we're going to transport it, though. Perhaps...
I will carry it. It is simple, and if anything gets in our way, I will simply smash it over the head of the creatures in front of us, smite them, and then we will continue. It is simple, Milo.
Oh, all right. Well, far be it from me to tell you can't do something, Luther. I believe in you.
Yes.
Can you explain to me what you're trying to do one more time?
He's gonna go ahead and grab the edge of this table here. He's gonna go ahead and drag that table closer to this door so that way he can step on it, because Milo cannot carry Luther. He would perish. And then he's going to try to remove parts of this beautiful night sky painting thing from the wall. And if the wall has to come with it a little bit, then that's okay too.
I just want to clarify above board. It's not a painting on the wall. It is a painting on the wall.
And I would just like to tell Milo to get it. Milo, just take it off. It is not in the wall. It is just a painting. Remove it.
No, the other way. The other way around.
It is in the wall. It is a painting.
It is the wall.
Okay, then yes. I would like to remove the wall.
Okay. How much of the wall?
I'm gonna try to get as much of the painting intact as I can. So Luther's just gonna try to dig his fingers into it and try to get as much of the image intact as he can.
Of just one star?
No, the whole thing. Is it huge? Is it way too big?
It is the whole wall.
I'll take a star.
What are you planning to use to remove part of the wall?
He'll he'll pull out a bone javelin as he begins to drag this table over, stand on it, and just begin to start to etch out this little tiny star as a memento for Milo.
Roll me an athletics roll.
16.
You take your bone javelin and you kind of make your circle around this star that you want to take out of the wall, and it's kind of just like a line, like just a little indent into this plaster like wall, and then you begin to around it with your bone javelin like a really hand, like a hand drill, but with your hand. With a 16 athletics, you get a chunk of wall out that's about this big, and we'll definitely need like some finishing up and some sanding to really look like a memento. Right now it looks like a barbarian took out a piece of wall, but the star is intact.
He's just gonna Kalima like rip it out of the wall once it's like enough that is sculpted around it. He's gonna pull it out and he's gonna hand it to Milo. Here, there you go, for you.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting this. Milo appears genuinely touched. Thank you, Luther.
You do not need to thank me. You are my friend, one of my dearest. It is no small thing to have friendship. This is a small token in comparison. So, also, I am hoping you might, well, I don't know, look upon this adventure fondly when you see this. Pats him on the shoulder a little too hard. Come!
Yeah, I will. Okay. Where are we off to?
We'll check back on Yvie, see if she has noticed anything.
And then also, that starburst is above a door. There's another door there, too. There's also now scratch marks in the floor where you drug the table across the floor. And the hole in the wall kind of shows, like, you know, what you'd expect to see behind a wall. Some 2x4s, some dust, cobwebs, couple spiders. All right, Yvie, your 10 minutes is up after all of that. I'm sure that was really fun to concentrate through as you just heard jackhammering in the next room.
I assume Pyra had a hold of whatever was going on over there. But I have my spell up, Identify, and she looks at the armor.
So with Identify, you can identify one piece. It's all separate pieces. Which one are you trying to identify?
Let's go with the sword, because I can't imagine Luther would want to cover all that up.
It is just a sword. A nice one, but it's just a sword.
Bummer.
There's also a helmet.
We should take the helmet. Just, later I will look at it. We spent enough time up here. What did you find in that room?
Well, there is a door. We have found also the 5 brightest points, but now it is the 4 brightest points. Also the door. Milo is by the door.
You said 4 brightest points instead of 5? She comes into the room.
There's a big hole in the wall.
Oh la la. Luther,
I couldn't stop them.
tell me this wasn't you.
Of course it was, my friend. I wanted him to have a memento of what took place here. He is quite infatuated with the stars, as you might imagine.
Oh, I am aware. So you carved it out of the wall.
Yes.
This is one of the clues that we found downstairs. It was the 5 brightest points. And what was the second clue?
The second clue, I believe, was referring to the basement that we just came from. It was about not letting out the pets, which I guess technically we did. One of them came out, but that wasn't our fault. We didn't actually let out the pets. They escaped on their own. Those devious little hands.
We did we did leave the Quasit where he was from, so we did follow that direction.
Right.
But the 5 brightest points.
Yvie, while you're thinking, like the biggest thing that pops out to you in this room, I'm gonna say that you notice as you walk in is a book laying on the table. It's got a big old T on the side of it, and there's a beaker sitting on top of it.
What is this?
Inside the beaker is like a floating mouse in brine.
Ugh. Is this mouse looks like it has been pickled. Does her toolkit help her figure this out at all? It says discern what a glass object held in the past 24 hours. It's still being held.
Yeah, it is definitely a mouse. It is a experimental lab. There's like other little things floating in jars. This looks like a place where somebody has collected specimens and either dissected them or pickled them for later dissection in brine. This is a later mouse.
This is odd. Can she pick it up?
Mm-hmm. It's about the size of like a flour jar.
Luther, do not drink this.
Why would you assume I would drink mouse juice? That is disgusting. Why would I do such a thing?
I don't know, you surprise me so often.
Listen, I do not just go around to different rooms and just start drinking things.
You could have fooled me.
As you pick it up and move it off, underneath it is the now less magnified face of Mordenkainen with a T along the spine of the book.
Ah! Look! We have a new book. This one has a T. Now I'm certain we can figure out the word.
Yes, well done. Yes, I was so entranced with this mural, I didn't even look at the books. That's got to be a first for me, right?
Yes, it is, I would say. T.
Okay. Well, let's see now. We've got the letters Y, E, R, I, B, T.
We do. How do they work together? I still think the Y goes at the very end. There are only a few different combinations.
I think that's a good call with the Y at the end, because I don't believe that there are too many words in common usage, at least, that have a Y intermixed in the middle. Although, I suppose it's possible.
Kayak. Kayak has a Y in the middle. K-A-Y-A-K. Kayak.
It does? Yes, you are correct. Wow. Silly me.
I like word games.
What are you doing right now, Pyra?
I'm just looking at the books. I'm just looking at the books that are over here. That's it.
Are you looking at them to see if you can discern anything, or are you just looking at them in quiet desperation of boredom?
Nope, I'm looking at them just like, is there maybe another book in this?
Yeah, sure. Roll me investigation while you poke around in there. While she does that, Luther, are you about to open the door? What are you doing over there?
Yeah.
There is another door.
18 investigation.
These aren't, they're not books. They are glass cabinets, and inside them, kind of like on the table with the different specimens. This is more like when you see one of those butterfly boards, but it's really impressive. It spans the whole wall in a couple of different sections with glass cases that opens, and there's all kinds of bugs and plants and just different like flora inside here. Oh, some fauna, I guess. Bugs would be fauna. Some of both. What are you doing, Luther?
I'm opening this door.
Doing any investigation or anything? Or you just opening it?
I don't really think I subscribe to that. I think I just open doors.
Great. I'm going to tell you what you see before I open it, because it's kind of cool on the other side. Doesn't blow up in your face. It's not locked. When you open it, it is dark. It doesn't look like a room. It looks like you are walking into, or going to walk into, open space. and you don't see a ceiling up above. Instead, you see the night sky, and around a big crystal sphere sitting in the center of a table, there are 5 telescopes. It looks like if you step out into this room, you're going to step onto a grassy knoll on a moonless night with the bright sky up above and 5 big silver moons.
Luther instinctually just turns to Milo. Milo, come! And extends a hand.
Milo is going to turn away from the books and see what's on the other side of the door and just run and grab Luther's hand. Luther, let's go!
We're going to go look into the stars. Even though they are significantly inferior to the sun.
I will accept your position for now.
Wait, we were working on this. Where are you going?
I'll be back.
Pyra, come. We cannot let them go in there by themselves.
Are you sure? Maybe they'll get lost.
We cannot hope too hard.
It's hard to kind of war against your brain and the feel. You can feel that your feet are touching floor, but it looks like grass. It is an exceptionally good illusion. And as you stare kind of off into the space of the darkness, you can see that it's only the sky right up above you that looks sharp and clear, and the stars are shining down with a just beautiful, fierce light. No moon. Between the clue that you found and the star map that was on the wall and the 5 bright stars you can see up in the sky, there are 5 telescopes in this room that can be manipulated.
Milo,
Yes, Luther.
do you see that crystalline thing in the center?
Yeah.
You should touch it.
Okay. Milo will go touch it.
Do you see that he just tells him to do stupid things? And Milo does the stupid thing?
Dude, this is from someone who proclaims to be very smart.
Yes, and I am not especially book learned. But even I can see.
Yes, this is a problem.
As your fingers reach out and touch this crystal in the center of a very powerful illusion. It's attached really well. Nothing happens.
Oh, okay. I was worried I'd walked into another mimic or something. All right.
Do you feel stronger?
I feel like I have more knowledge than I did a second ago.
The power must have gone to your brain. Already very impressive, but now tenfold. I knew it. My judgment cannot be questioned after this.
No, Luther, you did fabulous.
Thank you.
I am surprised. You walked past all these telescopes to touch the thing in the middle because he told you to. I am surprised you didn't rush off to touch these telescopes.
You've got a good point. I don't really have an answer for you. Luther, why did I do that?
Yes, you've succumbed to peer pressure, my friend. I cannot actually be influenced in any kind of way, but I thought you might, and I wanted to see what would happen.
Pyra, do you hear them?
You were right. Okay, this is interesting. Yvie, you've brought up an excellent point of study. Thank you. I'm sure we can use this as a sort of control group and future tests. Right. Now, I may need your help. There are 5 of these things. I mean, unless you want to wait for me to do them all, but I think we should point these 5 telescopes at these 5 bright stars and see what happens.
Excellent idea. Do you think that a certain telescope needs to point at a certain star, or do you think just anyone will do?
I don't know. I suppose we try it. Maybe we start with each telescope pointing at the nearest star to the telescope, and we go from there.
Oh. What if we all take a look into the telescope and then we tell each other what we see? Like when you lay back on the grass and describe the clouds, but everybody sees something different. Could be a bonding exercise.
Like the constellations.
Is that what those things are called? Yes,
Like
sure.
what? If you were to draw lines between them, yeah. That's not a bad idea. But that would just be for fun. Maybe after we solve the puzzle.
Can Yvie look in this telescope?
Yeah. Are you gonna try and what are you doing? Yeah. You see the night sky up there, but it's kind of focused on a dark point.
Yes, these are not focused on the right spots. She's gonna try to move it to find one of the bright stars.
You move it around a little bit until you focus on one of those really bright, like almost moons up above. And as you do, the light from that star goes into the telescope and shoots out the bottom of it and points towards the crystal.
Look at what I have done!
Oh, that's fabulous. Yes, you did it. Okay. Milo is super excited and will rush to the nearest other telescope and do the same, focus on one of the other bright stars.
Okay. You see dark at first, you adjust it enough until the star comes into focus, and the same thing, light comes down, shines into the telescope and into the crystal, and now the crystal is getting brighter.
We're on to something. Luther, you do that one. Pyra, come over here. Try this one. I think you'll like it. It's fun.
What's so fun about pointing glasses at other stars?
It gets very bright and shiny.
I'm going to do two at the same time.
It's not about what you point at. It's about the experience. You're looking at something extremely far away.
But it's an illusion, isn't it? Otherwise I wouldn't be standing here.
I mean, sure, I suppose, but that's not the point. The point is that it's fun.
You sure do have a strange definition of fun, Milo. But fine. It is very nice in here. It's very pretty.
I'm gonna say in her boredom, it takes her a bit longer because roll me a wisdom save for Pyra.
Oh, an 18.
It takes her a little bit longer because she's not probably going to admit this to anybody, but the stars are super pretty and she looks at a whole bunch of them and like a few different things before she finally focuses on the big one that she's supposed to, which she knows will end the fun.
Don't tell them, DM.
As she's looking through the telescope, Milo's actually going to walk over and sort of be like over her shoulder. Now he can't see through the lens, but he knows that the night sky is really interesting. So I think he will sort of take up like a coaching type of attitude for just a minute. Like, okay, now do you see that? Now, if I can guess what you're looking at now, it would probably be sort of like a nebula. Anyway, he's going on.
At what point do you swat him away?
Maybe when he uses the third technical term. So, nebula, galaxy, Andromeda. And then she'd be like, you are ruining this for me.
Sorry. Okay, I wanted to share my joy with you. But all right.
After a bit, you find that bright star and the light comes down into your telescope, Pyra, and shoots towards the crystal, and it glows even more.
You're right, that was a bit of fun.
See? And you thought I was crazy the whole time.
Well, I still think you're crazy, but perhaps there's some merit there. I want to do that again.
There is one last one.
Yeah, Come,
I'm doing them
come
both.
over here. Yeah.
No, I want to do the other one.
No, you already did one. I get to do 2.
No, I get to do 2.
No. Me.
Luther.
No, me.
Rock, paper, scissors, right now.
Fine.
Sam, how do you play rock, paper, scissors in Dungeons and Dragons?
Dragon tooth, wet blanket, knife is played by both of you rolling a d20 to see who gets the highest roll.
I don't want to roll against Madge. She's got fucking crazy.
You better
rolls.
stand
You
up.
shouldn't have told her no
Better
then.
stand up.
Well, I didn't, and I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Is that a heroic?
And that's a 17 for me.
Look at this!
That
What is this?
heroic, but
I don't care if
you've
she's on my
been
team. I'm
kicked
getting
off the
mad.
telescopes. I think that Mads just took them both over.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
What? No, you get another one, but I want to do one.
What did I tell you about telling me no?
Luther, I have an idea. Come over here. Come. It's a simple solution. Come.
Fine.
Milo will walk over to the one that he set up, right, and we'll just sort of like twist it all around.
Mess it up at Rubik's Cube.
There you go.
While they're being silly, Yvie's gonna sketch the stars that she saw on the other wall in her sketchbook.
Do you have calligraphers or painters or anything? No, you have glass blowers. I think I check this every time. Show me a performance roll. Pyra, as you do the next one, same thing, except for you get to see a few different things along the way since you're at a different position with the telescope, and then the light fills up the crystal. The crystal actually doesn't glow more because Milo has moved the one that he already positioned. Luther, would you like to do the one that Milo prepared for you?
No, I want to do that one. Arms crossed. He's not happy. But fine, he'll do it. Yes, I guess this is sort of fun. A little bit.
Roll me... Oh, Luther, you do this to yourself. Roll me an investigation check.
That's a 6.
I'm gonna say that just your coaching skills will come in handy for a minute, Milo, because telescopes can be confusing, and you know when you like go to look into one but you're not doing it right, so your eyelashes are all in the way, and like you can tell he's not doing it right, and he says he sees the stuff he's supposed to see, but he's not.
Wait,
Where is the Little Dipper? That was my favorite one you showed me. Where is it?
no, you misunderstood me earlier. But we were in just a whole different part of space. It is not the constellations used to. Look, I can tell that you're not using it right because the lens cap is on, Luther. I don't know how you managed to put it back on. It wasn't even on to start with.
That's what I was going to say. Why is this thing so dark? Is it broken?
No. Let me help you.
I rip out a wall for you, and this is how you repay me. You let me look like a fool.
Luther, when we find
This is
something
stupid. I
related
don't even
to the
want to do
sun,
this.
I will give it to you. Unless it is the sun, I can't give that to you.
Of course you can't. You are too short. You cannot grab it. He's putting his hands up and he's mad. he steps away. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm staying outside.
Meanwhile, Pyra, you have done the other telescope.
Milo will sigh and readjust the telescope that he undid the first time.
As the fifth telescope is fixed and back in position, and the light comes from the star through the telescope, shining on the crystal. Are you still looking in the room, pouting, Luther, or are you totally not looking?
He's doing it for attention. He keeps
Okay.
peeking over his shoulder a little bit just to see if anybody sees that he's leaving.
Is anybody looking back out the way Luther came?
No.
I would say Milo is, but he's looking in the telescope, so no.
Yvie was sketching those stars. She got a 10 on her performance, by the way, so...
Middle of the road. It looks like a constellation, but even you've spent some time studying the Faerunian constellations, and it's hard to sketch them the right way because these are all in different positions, but it looks like a starry sky. Luther, as you look over your shoulder, kind of back into the room, the fifth telescope shines on the crystal ball, and it gets extremely bright. And out of like this side of the crystal ball, a bright light shines out against the wall right here. And it outlines a door.
A door! Luther, come back. We need you to kick in another door.
He crosses his arms but laughs to himself. I knew they couldn't live without me. He turns back and he'll walk in. Oh, well done.
And that was the sound of Luther kicking a wall. And as you do, the outline really of this door is only the light that is being shined on it. Otherwise, it looks like a wall. But as your foot makes contact, Luther, it does indeed kick open. And on the other side of it, you see that the whole room is empty, completely bare. There's nothing on the walls for decoration. The floor is plain. And across the room, there is a bookshelf, and it is covered in chains. Sitting in front of it is one plain wooden bench, and there is a small reading desk built into the shelves themselves. There is a book sitting on that desk with the bust of a mage on its cover.
Well, there is a seat there, so Milo shouldn't go near it. I suppose I can try and poke it with with this long sword.
Is that the last book that we need?
It could be. I think it's hard to tell from here, but you're right, Pyra. I shouldn't go near that seat. I have been damaged by this mansion, and I will let you have the honor.
All right. So she's going to take the long sword out, and she's going to poke the seat first.
I put in the play chat kind of what it looks like in this room.
Oh, I love it. Like mist.
As you get near the seat, you poke it with the long sword. Nothing happens.
All right. Can I poke the book?
You may try.
I'm going to take the sword, and I'm just going to try and poke the book so it moves a little bit.
Okay. Roll initiative.
Oh!
There is a sound of chains smashing, snapping, grinding, and the books in this library attached to chains come out to attack you. You have touched something that is theirs.
That is another nat 20 for me. Would anyone else like a heroic inspiration?
I will take your heroic inspiration. I am inspired.
There you go, my dear.
Thank you.
I'll see your nat 20 and raise you a nat 1.
No! All right, Pyra, you are holding the long sword at the moment. That's what you went up to poke that thing with. And you are up first.
Oh. All right. Do I just hit the books, you think?
I do!
Gives a thumbs up.
All right, fine. And she's going to take a deep breath, and in a very strangely spiritual way, she reaches down inside of her. She finds in her center the grounding force of her rage, and she invites it up and out of her as She seems to almost wail. I do declare! And her whole body seems to shiver as she drops the longsword, brings out her great club, and looks like she's about to start playing some amazing games of baseball. Pyra, after raging, is going to look over with the steam flowing out of her nose, noticing that, and go, I can burn these, right, Milo?
Just not the one on the table, please.
All right. And she's going to take a deep breath, and she is going to breathe her fire breath all over these chained up books.
Those books are chained up right behind the book you don't want to burn, which has also changed the books.
And there's no way I can do it just above it, like above the book and just at the books on the wall.
I'll let you roll me a luck roll. 10 or over, you won't burn
Ooh,
that
okay.
book.
Okay. I have luck points. Yeah, okay. Could I just use the luck
Yeah,
points?
as long as you announce it before you roll.
Okay, fabulous. I'm going to use a luck point to make sure that I do not hit that book.
Okay, roll me 2d20s.
Okay.
And mark off your luck point.
Oh. It's a 7, or it's an 11 total. I don't know if I'm adding them.
You do not
So
add them
7
together. You got a 7 and a 4. That book is toast. Go ahead and roll me your fire damage. And then I gotta roll my dex save. But it's still
half on a
yeah.
save.
Here I go. I'm chained to a wall. Let's see how good I do. As a 4, I take all 6 fire damage. And you watch as that book with Mordecai's face on it go up in flames, and you do not know what the last letter is.
It's fine. This is fine.
My turn. I'm going to reach out with my chains. The books attached to the chains flying out from the bookcase to smack you over the head, kind of like boxing ears. Here goes my first attack. That is a 21. You take 5 bludgeoning damage, so 2. That's half rounded down. And then another one comes out to hit you upside the other side of the head. Oh, that's a 6. That'll miss. Can't quite get to the end of its leash on that one. Flies past your head. Yvie, you watch Pyra burn up the book that was on the desk. And quite a few of the books behind it. This bookshelf is flaming. It has taken some damage. And then some books come out to box her in the head. And then another one flies kind of by her head and doesn't quite hit her. You're up.
Yvie, knowing that her skill set is not really in damage, she reaches her hand out and she casts Bane on this bookshelf. It has to make a charisma saving throw.
That's an 8.
Excellent. It's baned now. So every time it tries to attack, it has to subtract a d4 from its attack roll or save. So get baned. And she is going to do her signature move, which is pop out the door and tuck herself against the wall.
All right. Milo, you're up.
Seeing that the Mordenkainen book is on fire, Milo is going to do his classic maneuver, which is the elementalism cantrip, and dump about a cup of water on top of that book.
It kind of hisses and sputters as the water hits the top of it. The flames on it do go out. It looks pretty charred.
That's good enough. And like Yvie, Milo will try to get out of range of what he believes that the chains can reach. He's not sure yet.
Okay. Luther, you're up.
Okay, Luther is going to rush forward, place a heavy boot on this bench, and attempt to go ahead and bring his blade down on it.
On the books.
Yeah, on the books. Sure.
Not the bench, right?
Yeah, no, not the bench. The books. We'll attack the books. The chained books. That's a 14 hit.
That'll hit.
Cool. That thing is gonna go ahead and take 10 points of slashing damage.
All right.
And that is his go.
Round 2. Pyra.
Pyra sees that it was on fire, but that Milo put it out, so everything's fine. She is going to go ahead and take her... No, let's take the great axe. We gotta chop these other books up. And attack with that. Ooh, that's a 9.
That will miss.
She'll say underneath her breath, cheese and crackers. You think it would be easier to hit tied up books.
Books respond by trying to come over and clap you on the head again. Oh. Let me just make sure I have this formula right. Yep, I do. That's a 19, even with the Bane.
All right.
So that will be 9, half rounded down, 4 bludgeoning. And they're going to try and hit you again. That is a 14.
That hits, because I don't have my shield.
That is 4, half rounded down, 2 more bludgeoning damage.
Oh, I'm bloody.
Yeah, you are getting beat up by some books. All right, Yvie, you're tucked out of the room there. You're up.
Okay. Pops back in. Oink. She sees her poor friend, Pyra, all bloody. There's not much she can do about that, sadly. So she's just gonna shoot it with her crossbow.
Misses.
Mad. Pops back out into the other room and against the wall.
Milo, you're up.
Luther, look, it's your arch nemesis, books. Just give them what for. And Milo will cast Starry Wisp at the books. It was really disappointing that the die on the screen hovered on a 20 for a second. It really teased me a lot. Okay, 13. Does a 13 hit?
Misses.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
For how chained up these books are, they're pretty good at going left and right. Luther, you're up.
Okay, Luther will see that Pyra's a little bit in the danger zone and tries to focus himself and strike true with his greatsword. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and heroic that because I'm feeling mighty heroic. Much better. 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Excellent. Okay, cool. It's gonna take 14 points of slashing damage. Take your shot at me, foul books. The princess has nothing to do with this.
They don't say anything back, but they are less than they once were. By about 50%, you have chopped into pages, cut a few books apart. It is bloody. Round 3. Pyra. Your blood is mingling with papyrus.
Ugh! This stupid thing! And she's going to haul back with her great axe again and just slice as hard as she can through those chains in front of her. And is going to use a luck point to make sure she hits.
So 17 will hit.
Can, yes.
My turn. This thing is cut to ribbons. It's looking to finish you off. It's going after Pyra. It's an 11 with Bane. And then a 19 with Bane.
Oh, yes, that hits.
Oh. That's 4, half rounded down, 2 more bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right. She just keeps getting angrier each time she gets hit.
Not that this makes a huge difference at this point, but you have been grappled in the books this whole time. Because you're the only one I've hit. But you also haven't really tried to go anywhere, so... imagine that you are wrapped up in chains and books. Like every time they've hit you, another book is wrapped around you. You're not like restrained, but you are grappled. You can't go anywhere without breaking free. Okay, Yvie, you're up.
Okay. Yvie pops back in and she sees Pyra just an absolute mess and Milo in the corner and Luther, squaring up to this bookcase, and she goes, Luther, spank these books! And she'll shoot it again with her crossbow. For a 10 to hit.
That'll miss.
You know what? We're gonna use that heroic inspiration that that Pyra gave me, because we need this bookcase to be dead. Oh, Sam, that's a nat 20 for 25.
That'll hit. And you get your heroic back. You can just check that right back on.
Oh, great. Look at me. I'm gonna critical hit this thing. For 16 points of damage.
Woo. Oh, you just fire off your bolt and it kind of pins the last, whole good-looking book that's been attacking to the wall. And as you do, the chains rattle and kind of fall back down to the desktop. End combat.
I did not need Luther to spank it because I did!
Good shot.
Pyra, you okay? Milo will run over to Pyra.
Do I look okay?
No, you don't. I just thought I'd ask. It was polite.
His dress is ruined.
Oh, I suppose it is. But you have another one. I saw it this morning.
I have another dress, yes, but it's a very different kind of dress than this one. This is La Laurent.
Yes, this one was very special, Milo. I am sorry,
All right.
Pyra. I do not have anything to help you.
It's all right. I guess I should just be glad that we got through it okay. Is that book all right? I'm sorry I got a little trigger happy.
There are the sounds of kind of chains clunking and clanking and hitting the floor as you move Pyra to try and kind of move closer to the books as the chains that have been grappling you kind of fall away.
These are good chains. We should take these.
What? Why?
Just in case. But if we need to carry something or bind something.
As you're looking down at these after you say that, Luther, you see that there actually is one book, and the name of it says Martial Attack Techniques. And there is a chain attached to it in such a way that this looks like a flail.
Yoink. He just starts swinging it around.
What? Why are you holding that book like that? That doesn't make any sense, Luther. That's
I have
not
done it.
how people use
I have
books.
found the single good use for a book.
Okay, sure, I suppose. This is a weird place, but okay.
With the chain still attached to the martial attack techniques, this is a +1 flail.
Are you going to read it?
Yes. I feel like I'm reading right now. How you feel when you read books. This is how I feel.
All right. Yeah.
next book case we come across, I will read it a few times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He'll say that, swing it around, and then he'll look over to Pyra, and then his shoulders sag a little bit. Pyra, perhaps you are the most worthy of these.
Oh no, please do not give me that. I don't want a book to be any part of my ensemble.
Oh, good. I was hoping you would say no. I was just being polite. Start spinning it around again.
So is the book all right?
This book right here that is charred to bits. This one, right here.
Well, that's all right. We can still see the letter, can't we?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation, Yvie.
Okay, Yvie's looking at this book.
Can Milo, before you roll, can Milo assist in the checking for a letter on that book?
As long as you offer in character and you have proficiency, yes.
Yvie, I think with as charred as it is, it might take an extra pair of eyes. Why don't you set it down here? We'll sit on the bench and try and figure it out.
Okay. She'll come sit on the bench.
Roll at advantage. Yvie.
Oh. We got a 9 total.
As you turn the book kind of this way and that, and you rub away a bit of ash, as you rub your hand over the spine, just like the other books, it's not just painted on the book. These books are nice. They are embossed. And though the gold on the outside of the leather is charred and burned away, you can still feel the letter L with your finger.
Ah, this one has an L. Okay, we have all the letters now. I'm so excited. We can solve this puzzle.
Okay. Before we do it, I don't exactly know how this portal thing works. Do you think we need to be back by the door that we came in, or you think we can just say it anyway and it works? What do you think?
I do not want to chance it. Let's be by the door.
Do you think you know what it is?
Yes, I'm with you. Yes,
I do actually. I was ruminating on it as I was casting my spell.
All right. Let's go. Luther, do you mind? You are clearly the most healthy of all of us. Would you be able to lead us back?
But of course. Stay behind me. Swings his fucking new flail like a damn funnel in front of him the entire way. Just hitting things the whole way through.
Milo will kind of hang back and walk together with Pyra and just say, Pyra, thank you. He will gingerly put an arm around her to, places that aren't hurting. And, I know we were making a joke of it, really, but you volunteered to move forward and grab that book, even though we knew that it might have been a trap, and that's something that I would have normally volunteered for, but you were looking out for me. Thank you.
Pyra, at first, very skeptical because there is a gentleman, putting his arm around her. Then here's what he says and nods for a moment and says, well, Milo, I would not enjoy seeing you unnecessarily hurt. It does not become someone as weightish as you.
I'm going to look at the positive part of what you said, Pyra, and is that you don't want to see me hurt, and likewise, I don't want to see you hurt either. In fact, I'm a bit put out at the moment because I have the ability to heal you, but I'm too tired, and I wish I could. It makes me a bit sad, to be honest.
Well, I will be fine as long as we either leave or take a moment to go enjoy some of those two
Homunculus, yes.
those. Go rest there for a moment. I'm sure they're proficient at first aid.
Right, I agree. Why don't we try the door first, and if it doesn't work, we'll have a good rest, kick our feet up at the dinner table, shall we?
Yes, that sounds agreeable.
This whole time that you have been walking and talking, Milo, your arm is now coated in blood, and there's just been kind of like a steady drip, drip, psh, from Pyra's fingertips as you walk with her, and blood is just splashing down into the carpet and the floor.
Let's get you some aid as quickly as possible, shall we? Yvie,
Yes.
do you think, what's the word that you figured out?
Oui. Let's put all the books down, and I'm going to rearrange them for a moment. Just gonna put the books into a certain order, and just gonna say the letters one by one. Liberty. Liberty.
Whole mansion begins to have a subtle shake and vibration through it. And as it does, the doors that Luther found out earlier on were really a wall begin to shimmer, and they turn into a portal. You can't see the other side of it, but the doorway is open.
Allons-y! Let us go through the doors!
Pyra will limp forward.
Luther's gonna step forward a moment, but then wait for everybody to get through first. Last one out.
You all step through the portal, and you find yourselves back in Candlekeep, in the room that had that stand in the center with the Book of Mordenkainen on it, and lying on the floor is a body. This adventure is brought to you by Dungeon Mistress Chronicles, featuring Murray as Luther, Mads as Pyra, Rusty as Milo, and Aaliyah as Yvie, Samantha Fortune as your Dungeon Mistress, and the voice of all others. Behind the scenes, Douglas Fortune provides production and technical support, music from Soundstripe and Tabletop Audio. Discover more content at dungeonmistresschronicles.com.